We're gathered here today to mourn the passing of our dear friend and secret anime rival, Sakura Omura.
Our big, muscly waifu.
My beautiful muscle wife. She was taken far too early by a coward who poisoned one of her most beloved things, protein coffee. Now, she's lifting weights in the big dojo in the sky.
She didn't even get to fight Goku.
She'll never fight Goku now. She'll never get to become Hokage. She'll never become part of the Soul Society. She'll never bring back her mom from the dead. She's survived by her waifu, Aoi Hina.
Poor Hina.
Who remains strong in the face of this terrible, tragic event. And we promise you, viewers, that today we will bring whoever's responsible to justice.
We will make them pay.
We will make them suffer 1,000 times over, as Danganronpa has made us suffer by killing all the characters we like.
Please, press F.
Press F.
To give respects.
Press F to pay respect. It's Danganronpa. I think that time we got it. I think we got it that time. Right? Everybody loved this goof.
Everyone loved it.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Sakura.
Rest in peace, Sakura.
And now we have to fix the audio again.
It's okay. This time I know what I'm doing. Okay. Audio should be fixed. Alright. Now I think you're safe to mouse into this stuff. No, Freddy, you can't press G, you ding dong. Okay, yeah, we're all good here. Let's get it going. And we're not echoing, which is really good.
It's because I put the volume down on like 3. We won't be able to hear anything.
Nah. You better check the Monokuma file.
I gotta check the Monokuma file. The victim was Sakura Ogami. Time of death, around 12 noon. You guys, I think you need to go back to preschool.
Oh my god.
Sakura didn't die for this, you guys!
Be respectful of the most important character.
Bodies were discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head, no other injuries. So she wasn't poisoned?
Oh.
And here I was, thinking the only one strong enough to kill Sakura was Sakura. And maybe she did a suicide.
Maybe Sakura was poisoned, and when it was clear that she couldn't be killed by poison because she's too powerful, she was clonked over the head by something.
But I feel like she's also too powerful for that.
I mean, I'm sure as soon as we, investigate further, we're gonna find that, she had to be...
I mean, it does say she suffered from violent vomiting of blood, which was probably poison.
But then why was she clonked on the head?
Maybe someone came by and found her dead body and then clonked her on the head
just to be safe.
Maybe it was fucking Rich Boy trying to make things interesting again.
Yes, I will give this muscle girl the old bonkaroo, and then no one will know what happened.
Wasn't there an Ace Attorney game where one of the wounds was done post-mortem to try to throw everyone off?
Yeah, all of them. I mean, that did happen in Spirit of Justice, I believe.
Yeah.
The ghost had himself...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think this case might be a challenge. You know who loved challenges? Sakura did.
Sakura! Why's that?
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door was just jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside...
That's me.
Oh.
So if the door was blocked from the inside, there was no way in or out till we broke the window. There's zero escape, right?
In other words,
That classic locked room murder. Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite Sherlock. Ooh, Sherlock's room murder?
Oh, fuck. Now the stream's over.
I guess you might kind of see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But mystery games? Could it really happen in real life? And right in front of our very eyes like this?
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? You're gonna tell us.
That's fine.
It's when there's a murderer inside a locked room.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. Oh my god, Kyoko Kirigiri's a weirdo. The first type was when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving a ghost or locking the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
Okay, but just tell us about this one.
Yeah, clearly you know how this happened already.
So for all that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Yeah, it does look like one of the billiard poles is gone. Oh?
In other words, basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and then it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that. But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school that I know of, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we could probably cross that one off the list.
Can I just point out that there are hella guns in this school? There are like gigantic machine guns everywhere. The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that? What do you think she means?
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. I was here the whole time. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is that it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room?
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this in a lot of novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. What about visual novels?
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes.
But you haven't actually searched. Maybe there's a hidden compartment behind one of those, things back there.
So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
I don't know. That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during the trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see.
You can't say or you won't say, Kyoko.
The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Where'd you guys all spring up from?
Oh, locked room mystery! Oh, they were here the whole time!
Is you.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to make it so that the layout's good. Might be, Chelsea. I did it, B. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away.
He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. Better go before he crushes my soul completely. Sorry your wife's dead, Aoi. We already know who did it. Byakuya, Tokyo, or Hiro. It had to be one of them.
So we don't know who did it then, basically, is what you're saying.
They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? What?
That's an important piece of information, isn't it, huh?
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She told me she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. Sorry guys, I'm not my best today. I'm sick.
Let me know if you need a break or you need me to do anything for you to aid you.
Okay. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this wouldn't have happened.
Explain how you would stop her by force, Hina. I'm interested.
She would use emotions. She would...
seduce her.
Yeah. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know.
I'll easy down.
But the fact she had asked those three to meet her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with three of them directly. Hey! Hey!
Hey you. What do you want?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Make it quick.
Is it true Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room?
So you found out. Interesting.
Then it's true.
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster?
So you didn't go see her?
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura at all today.
Yagyo said he didn't go see her. Is that the truth?
No.
Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Okay, thanks.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed...
Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
True.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? Poisson! I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Okay, what is this?
Ooh, Connect 4.
Looks like some kind of wrapper. Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her.
Poison!
It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jacket attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. And now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina.
Candy.
The poison was in the candy. Someone tried to poison Hina, and Sakura ate it.
Oops.
There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair. Glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle. So it must have originally been a bottle.
Bottle. Would it help you out if I did Makoto this episode?
Yes.
Okay. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. Makoto will be played by Phoenix Wright today. It's a Monokuma figure? Shoot! There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Someone else's blood. What else? What else we got in here? Do your magic eyes. Use your magic eyes, Makoto.
Thought maybe the missing pole would be examinable, but nah.
It's possible that that pole's always been missing. I mean, I never
Yeah.
looked very hard at the poles.
Same.
Also, I don't know, what would they have done with the pole? Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in the chair. There's an obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that would have killed her, but she's gigantic, and according to the Monokuma file, she has also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hasn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Maybe they found her weak spot. Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Oh, there's stuff over here too.
Ooh, junk. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein.
The only way I could think of Hina being the murderer is because Sakura drank all the protein drinks.
My protein! And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know.
Not that dumb,
But
I
still,
don't think.
this protein can. Wait a minute, that card. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten it from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
Maybe she just accidentally drank poison. This is all just a big mistake. But that's strange. Huh? What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must have been parts of the window shards of light blue glass. They must have been parts of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't just scattered around. They can't also be underneath it. Idiot. What is that? Why does that matter? I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later. An important clue? I'm too dumb. It's amazing that Makoto managed to perfectly break that one quarter window.
Yeah.
Like, there's no jagged glass around it. The chair that was shoved up against the doorknob, so he couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason for me to think that the chair had anything special done to it. According to the Monokuma file, it happened at noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? Is Alter Ego kill Sakura?
Plot twist.
The same shelf is full of magazines. They're all different kinds of magazines here. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how do they get those figures in the bottles? Oh.
So,
It's no different than your standard chip in a bottle. What? You know, where there's a bottle opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I
in
have.
other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle when added to the bullet section of your court record. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little.
Are you?
Yeah, are you? The Monokuma bottle shitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground.
I wonder if there's a significance to each of them having a different chess piece.
Of course. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle.
You just really wanted to play chess.
Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the murder weapon. Huh? A locker's open, and they're on the inside. A handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in the dust.
Somebody get Emma Sky.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding there. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there until the locked room was opened, don't you think?
We would have noticed someone coming out of the locker.
Would we? We're dumb, remember?
Kyoko would have noticed.
Okay, well, Kyoko probably knows who it is and isn't telling us because she's a bad waifu. And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that is not a possibility. Huh? Why not? Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does the handprint mean?
Is that everything?
Why don't you... Yeah. I guess so. Ain't nothing else. Guess we're going to the chem lab?
I guess we didn't examine the door.
Leave the area? This door is the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and therefore there's no evidence to the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is that the smashed window. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism that we used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there's no evidence that the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
She is pretty smart.
Yeah. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part. Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
Don't fuck it up.
She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say.
You mean the only 2 other people that are still alive?
Yeah, those other 2 people. But the 2 people went back to their rooms. Let's go talk to Weed Boy and Crazy Girl. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. I press the doorbell. Bing bong ding dong. And after a few seconds... Oh, my favorite art.
Who's there?
Huh? Who's there?
Hey, Kiki, bleh. Hi, Kirby Geek.
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you
Well,
want?
what do you want?
So you're back to normal.
There, I think the
Genocide
voice
Jack
acting.
isn't around anymore.
Well,
Don't even say
Yeah, I know. We can't hear it.
sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood too.
she didn't look like she was in a good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. What do you want? You said you wanted me to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? You fucked
Makoto
up.
didn't notice, but now that she said that,
Ow. I guess it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it?
yeah, I caught that.
I admit I got the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? I'm going back into my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated to her room. Toko's account has been added to the court record. Weed boy.
All these dead people's rooms.
All these dead people's rooms. We should party in those rooms. Weed boy. Hey, weed boy. Ding dong.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How do you know about that?
I'm psychic.
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have you special abilities? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
Yeah, Celeste was turned out to be the murderer.
Oh, well... When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing.
Yeah, Celeste killed Hifumi, and Hifumi killed Taka.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went to meet and met with Sakura? No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? It's not like I killed her. Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let me see. He's feeling around in his pockets.
Come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore.
Convenient.
Again, this is the second time you've done this, Hiro. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands out of his pockets.
Yeah.
But when he did, I saw something fluttered to the ground.
I was just about to make a joke that would happen.
He's like the Larry Butts of this game,
Yeah.
except way less charming. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hiro didn't kill Sakura, he just stole Aoi's candy.
Yeah.
He was being really suspicious about it.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash.
my favorite Animal Crossing game.
Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out about that protein can we found in the food of the rec room floor. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab.
Well, obviously, Kirby.
where
This
should
is
I
a serious crime. Candy stealing is no joke.
Yeah, dude. Let's get on down to the chem lab right after this quick. Whoops. Oh God, no! I hate everything. Sorry, everyone. Give me a minute. Okay, we're gonna go to the chem lab right